The snowstorm that just happened pummeled my house. There's like 3 feet of snow on top of my roof, and then the sub-zero temperatures just had these ice dams building up all over the roof. I had an emergency, and I had to call a roofer. I had the most annoying conversation with this roofer's AI, and I wanted to share this conversation with you so that you can see exactly what not to do and how we get around doing this. I called the roofer. Guy picked up. He was a cool guy. I said, "Hey dude, I need ice removal ASAP." He said, "Cool, man. I could be there by 12 p.m. I said, "Okay, cool. How much is it going to cost?" And he said, "Well, it'll be this much money, I think." Wasn't a great salesperson. Kept kind of going all over the place on the pricing. And I was like, "All right, cool. Should I do the whole roof? Should I do only a section of the house?" I was asking for his advice. And he said, "Well, we'll charge this for one part of the house, this for the whole house." I was like, "Cool. Just put me on your schedule and come over as soon as you can." And he said, "All right, well, I'll send you a quote and let me know what you want to do after you get the quote." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Just send me the quote." Fine. So he sends me the quote and it comes in through an SMS through Jabber. I accept the quote and I was like, "Great, cool." And then I replied to the text message that the quote came in through. And I said, "I accepted the quote. Are you guys coming?" And AI jumped in and said, "Hey, how are you doing?" Basically. And I was like, "When are you coming?" And it's like, "Oh, looks like you're interested in an appointment," or something like that. And I was like, "I already accepted the quote." And it was like, "Oh, that's great that you accepted the quote. Our soonest spot is tomorrow." And I was like, "What the? Are you kidding me?" Put me on the phone with someone. It was funny because this is literally what we do for a living. And I'm like, wow, I'm sending this to our AI team right away. And at this point, the roofer hopped in and said that he'd be there by noon. So here's the actual conversation. "Hey, Greg Bea," they spelled my name wrong. I said, "Cool, I approved it. And you guys are going to get here this afternoon." And then, just a heads up, I'm an AI receptionist. How can I assist you today? I was like, "Are you kidding me? Thanks for letting me know that you approved your quote. Would you like to get your project scheduled? Or is there anything else I can help with?" Now, here's the thing. For us, once the appointment has been set, we turn the AI off because you don't want the AI to basically just start all over. Unless you have an AI which is referencing data that has happened in other parts of the funnel, which we do and they don't. I said, "Okay, when can you arrive?" "Great, thanks for approving your quote. You'd like to schedule the work for an afternoon." "Got it." What? It thinks that I'm trying to it was just so annoying. "Can you confirm which service this is for?" I'd already called the guy, said this is an emergency. Everybody here watching this can understand why this is very frustrating. And at this point, I'm about to call them and lose it. And then it's the next available afternoon is Thursday, February 5th. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me, man? Finally, I get this. "Good news, your work has been booked." Great. This is, by the way, this Jobber's AI. I don't know what they got going on over there. I don't like it. It needs some work. And then this person finally hops in and says, "Hi, Greg, this is Shane. The person you talked to this morning will be there this afternoon." So there was so much that went wrong with this AI conversation. This AI did nothing but hurt. It served no purpose. It was not set up properly. This is what the cheap way out looks like. It looks like me, a pissed off customer that's about to call and be like, "What is going on?" You can't just get an AI receptionist and think that everything is good to go. You need a professional company that's going to set this up so that this type of thing does not happen. This was so annoying, but when you don't have this problem and it's going straight into your system, it knows when to shut up and when to talk and when to pass off the conversation to the office. And the AI is basically able to know what the overall context of the customer is. That's the only way this works well. If you want a great AI receptionist, go with a company that does nothing but workshop this all day long. You should never, ever have this problem. This certainly would never happen with us. But there are annoying things that AI does. We can tell you what those will be, and you can make the judgment of whether or not you want to take that risk. I will make another video soon. Have a great day. Later.